Welcome back everybody. So in today's video I'll be going through my Game Week 1 results, and I'll also be going through my Game Week 2 team selection and offer my thoughts on potential transfers and captaincy choices. So I'll quickly go through my Game Week 1 results. I got 56 points, which is 2 points higher than the average, which is quite good. I'm not too happy about it, but I'm also not that upset. So yeah, Sells and goal, I think they held their line quite well, Nottingham Forest, but that penalty came out of nowhere and it was scored, I guess. I can't really fault Sells for it. Diouf, West Ham were absolutely awful, to be honest. I can't believe they lost 3-0 against Sunderland. I still can't believe it. Diouf did look promising. He had one shot cleared off the line, so he almost scored a goal. I'm not too upset with him, but yeah, West Ham in general did not look good. Spurs looked very good, although it's just Burnley at home, so we're yet to see them play a big team in the Premier League, that is, because we just saw them against PSG and they actually looked quite good. Salah, of course, with that last minute goal. People are saying he didn't look that good during the game, but I actually disagree. I think he did look good. He was more of an assist maker than a shooter that game. It was a little bit wide, but that's not gonna put me off. I think he might play differently in different games, and I think he'll do well even against Newcastle away. Palmer and Chelsea looked underwhelming. I'm not sure what to say about them, but they did face a very formidable Crystal Palace, as we've seen from the Community Shield. Fernandes at home against Arsenal. He was one defensive contribution away from getting 2 DEFCON points. I don't like him playing deep, and I did think he'd move or play more up front later in the game, but he still didn't, even though we were down, so that was a little bit weird. But it's still early in the season. Let's see what happens. Reinders, I mean, I can't compliment the guy enough. I'm so happy to have him in my team, and he deserves the price rise, and I think he'll go up even more in the next few weeks. Yeah, Gakpo looked very good, and without Isak, joining Liverpool, I don't see why anybody would go for Wirtz or someone else, because he's just 7.5. If he was at the same price as Wirtz, honestly, I would go Wirtz. But seeing that he's 1 million less, I'm happy with Gakpo for the moment. Finally, Watkins and Mateta. Watkins, we can't really fault. Aston Villa got an early red card for Konsa in the first half. And yeah, it was all downhill from there. Mateta looked very good. But again, he's playing away to Chelsea, who actually defend very, very well, so I can't fault him. I can fault him for the yellow card maybe, but yeah. He did have one good chance, but he struck it straight at Sanchez, giving him the save. But all in all, they didn't look that bad, Crystal Palace, and Mateta actually looked alive, so I'm happy to keep him, of course. So let's go to the team selection. First, let's start with the defense and goalkeeper. So I've gone for Sells, and yes, I do have Dubravka, who's at home to Sunderland, on the bench. That's because I simply don't want to double up on a Burnley defense. I'm happy to play Steve. I'm happy to, for him hopefully to get these defensive contributions, but I'm not going to be doubling on their defense, and that's why I've gone for Sells, who has a tough game, but again, they're Nottingham Forest. They sit deep, and you never know what might happen. So yeah, I'm happy with Sells and Esteve. Porro, yes, he's away to City. I could play Diouf there at home to Chelsea, but again, I've paid 5.5 for Porro. He's on set pieces, and Spurs didn't look that bad against PSG. In fact, they looked amazing. And yeah, I think PSG is even a better attacking side than Man City. And if Spurs were able to hold them back, why can't they hold City back? You know what I mean? And regardless, Porro he tends to get more or make more defensive contributions when they're playing a tough team, and he's on set pieces, and he tends to move up further forward to play that kind of wing role, not even wing back, like literally wing role, as I saw against PSG. So I'm happy to play him. Finally, Richards. I mean, at home to Forest. Yes, Forest scored 3 goals, but I'm still not convinced. I think Crystal Palace can keep a clean sheet and Richards can do a good job. Moving on to the midfield. So it's going to be Fernandes, Gakpo, Salah, Palmer, and Reinders. I don't see a reason to put, any of them on the bench. It's not like I have, anybody strong coming off the bench. There's always Gu, who hasn't even featured a single game. But yeah, no, I'm happy to play Fernandes. He's on pens, he's on set pieces. Yes, he's playing a little bit deeper, but it's not the end of the world. I still believe he'll move up a little forward after we sub off maybe either Cunha or Mbeumo. And even without them being subbed off, I think he still pushes every once in a while, and that's good enough for now. In terms of Gakpo and Salah, I mean, they're part of the Liverpool attack. There's not much to say there. And Salah is the captain. I know I'm not showing it in the graphic, but he is the captain, with Palmer being vice captain. Palmer, I'm gonna be patient with. I didn't like how he looked against Crystal Palace, but again, it was Crystal Palace, so let's see how he performs against a team that got absolutely destroyed by Sunderland. If he can't perform there, then he might be one of those players that I'm looking, to transfer out sooner rather than later, regardless of their fixtures. Reinders, what can I say about Reinders? I absolutely love the guy. Yes, he's playing against my Pedro Porro, but that's part of the game. You're gonna have players playing against your own players, and it's fine. I like Porro, I like Reinders. I think both can do well. Both can even get points in the same game if they get attacking returns, which is not that far-fetched. So yeah, that's my midfield. It's very straightforward. I don't think there's much to discuss there. And yeah, I don't see myself needing to make a transfer yet. Moving on to the forward line. Of course, Watkins stays. I know people are tempted by Gyökeres, especially with that Havertz news that he got injured. And we got news that Gyökeres is definitely on penalties. So his stock is definitely going up. Some people are putting him down because maybe he didn't perform that well against United. But again, United aren't the, pushovers that you're used to, in my opinion. I think we've improved quite a lot. And we can't fault Gyökeres for not, scoring or whatever. I think he'll do very well in the coming weeks, and I'd love to have him at home to Leeds. But Leeds were actually very good against Everton, and I don't know. I just don't see the need for me to knee-jerk Gyökeres in yet, while Watkins has Brentford away. Brentford who performed very, very poorly in Gameweek 1. And we didn't see the best of Aston Villa because they played most of the game one man short, because Konsa got that red card. So I'm happy with Watkins. Mateta, I'm a little bit upset that he played 90 minutes against that Conference League team yesterday, but I guess it is what it is. I think he'll definitely start and play the whole game against Nottingham Forest. He's the main man, and especially with Eze's departure, he should be guaranteed to be on penalties. How much is Eze's departure going to harm Mateta? That's a good question. I'm leaning towards not so much. I trust Glasner that much that I think he'll find a way, and I think Deveni could step up and offer that, creative outlet. Maybe even be less greedy, because against Chelsea, Eze was super greedy. So many passes he could have made to either Sarr, Mateta, or Munoz, and he was just shooting from like 30 yards, 40 yards away. That I did not enjoy Eze's performance, even though people are praising him against Chelsea. I don't see it. He was super selfish at some point. Like he had Munoz free 2 or 3 times. I don't even have Munoz on my team, and I felt bad for Munoz owners, or Munoz, sorry. Either way, long story short, yeah, I'm happy with this forward line. I don't see the need yet to use that one transfer. I'm happy to keep it in my pocket for a rainy day. And yeah, Salah's captain, Palmer vice captain, and that's the team I'm gonna go with for Game Week 2. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please drop a like or press that subscribe button. It really helps me grow my current small YouTube channel. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.